Welcome all you amazing people to the Manchester United winter rating refresh video. I'm your boy Viva la FIFA. Incredible that you're watching, and if you love the video, smash a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and put on that notification bell. But here is a warning before we start. If you're a biased Man United fan, click on another video because I will upgrade, downgrade, and keep the players the same rating as realistic as possible. So it will hurt in some cases for downgrading players you might love, but I hope if you're watching, you're mature enough to be realistic about the performances of these players in real life. And if you click the I button, you can vote what team would you like to see next on my channel with their winter ratings refresh. Click the I button, smash a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that before, and put on the notification bell. If you, just like me, love football and want to get the best high quality football shirts on the internet, wait no longer. Go to the website soccerdealshop.co and use the code VIVA for an extra 10% off your order. And we're kicking the episode off with one of the biggest upgrades for Man United this winter, and that goes to Mason Greenwood. Normally a center forward, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is using him the majority of the season as a right midfielder or a right winger. It's how you want to call it. So that means a position change. He does great in the European League, but also as a super substitution in the games in the Premier League, that I think he deserves a very high rated silver card or maybe even 75 rated gold. A player that could get a very interesting position change plus an upgrade is Anthony Martial, because as a center forward his card looks incredible. You can even use him on that cam position or as a second striker, so the position change makes Martial a better player. That also means that one of the superstars of Man United will go the other way around, from center forward to left winger. I think Martial with the position change also will get an upgrade. So far it was a very positive story, but we also have to downgrade players. Diogo Dalot so far played one game, and guys, if you're telling me he is injured blah blah blah, how long can a player keep his rating after being injured? 5 months? 1 year? 2 seasons? For example, if Messi got injured for 2 years, can't we downgrade a player? Well, I think yes we can. Diogo Dalot, he is not playing because Wan-Bissaka is way better, and I'm sorry Dalot, for that I'm -1. I am not a very bad person, as you can see, because also giving upgrades to players on the defensive line, and that is Victor Lindelöf. Although he is not the star everybody expected when they bought him for £40 million from Benfica, he is doing slightly better every single month, and I expect great things from Victor Lindelöf together with Harry Maguire in the future, so a +1. And then one of the most interesting players to talk about is Paul POGBA, and I know the Paul POGBA fans that won't listen will hit a dislike on this video, but don't do that, listen to my story. Paul POGBA in the last 1.5 season, it's quite disappointing, and although he was injured for the last couple of months, when he was back on the pitch against Watford, was it a loss against the bottom #1 team? So is that a coincidence? Maybe, but it shows that Paul POGBA isn't adding anything to the Man United team. He's even a liability at the moment, and if you compare him with a player like, for example, James Maddison, who is 79 rated, I think the rating of Paul POGBA with 85 at the moment is still very generous. A player that took his spot and was doing pretty well is Fred. £50 million. He was signed 1.5 years ago from Shakhtar Donetsk, and Fred had a disastrous first season, was named as one of the biggest flop signings in the history of United. But this season he is recovering, and on that Paul POGBA spot he is doing better every single week. One of the best signings in my opinion was Wan-Bissaka. He also has a one to watch card and was already rewarded with an upgrade on that one to watch card by getting an 82 rated inform card. If I compare him with the other fullbacks in the Premier League and in the world, I think Wan-Bissaka should go up to 82. And here is the interesting story: if he will go up to 81 or 82, also his one to watch card will go up to 83 or 84, depending on the overall rating Wan-Bissaka will get. So what do you think, guys? Is it fair to give Wan-Bissaka 82 rating? Give a thumbs up if you agree and let me know it in the comments. One of the players I love to use in a cheap squad builder is a BIIGEST of Bailey. I'm not quite sure how to say that. I always mix him up with that left midfielder of Jamaica and Bayer Leverkusen. Let's call him Bailey. Bailey, the center back, is a good player in my opinion, but he is not playing for United and he's looking for a way out in the winter. Scott McTominay is one of the best players of the Scottish national team and also for Man United. He is doing a great season so far. His development is very promising. Coming from the youth academy, it's always nice to see that. Last season he was going up and down, like you see that more often with younger players, but this season he's one of the most consistent players, and for that I reward him with a +3. And where one CDM is going up, another one has to go down in this occasion, and that is Nemanja Matic. I think Matic doesn't add a thing to a team anymore. He is slow, his passing is very, well, easy without any risks. He isn't setting up good attacks, so Matic for me, he can be good in a team like Jose Mourinho, dropping back in front of the defensive line, but if you want to play more attacking football, then Nemanja Matic is a no-go. Dude! Phil Jones. He has one of the most horrible faces in the history of the game. We had a lot of funny edits with Phil Jones in the past. He was compared with a zombie, so it's a little bit strange that he didn't get a Halloween Scream card. But Phil Jones, I respect you as a player. You're way better than I am, but at the moment you're being a disaster if you're playing, and for that reason you're not playing. So I'm sorry, he performs at the moment like a silver rated card. Tahi Chong. I know he didn't play a lot of games, but you can see his potential when he hits the pitch. He is not super good at the moment, but I think he is better than a 65 rated card. Angel Gomez, he is not here because I only used players a little bit that played some games this season. So Chong, he just made it into the episode, but I think he deserves a small upgrade. If you're more famous on Instagram for doing crazy dances, it means your career is going downhill pretty fast. We've seen it with Mario Balotelli, Lord, Bentner, and also Jesse Lingard. Is more a meme on Instagram, Twitter and YouTube that he is a good player for Manchester United. And as I told you many times, compare him with James Maddison. Maddison is way better. Lingard is a lot higher rated, so that's why I drop him back to 78. And just like with Paul Pogba, I think I'm pretty generous again. Another player who has a one to watch card, and by the way, I got him in one of my first packs, is Harry Maguire, so I would not be upset with an upgrade for this man. Although his pace makes him pretty unusable in the higher divisions, Maguire is the leader of the defensive line. United is struggling, sometimes great, sometimes disappointing, but Harry Maguire is reaching a very consistent level, and in comparison with center backs like for example Otamendi and Stones, I think he should be 83. Oh boy, David De Gea, he is losing everything. He already lost his spot with the Spanish national team to Kepa Arrizabalaga because he is more mature and more confident, and he doesn't slip up so much as De Gea. Boom, that hits you in the face when the manager of Spain tells you that. He was making so many errors at the end of the season that I think David De Gea was lucky to get the 89 rated card by EA. But if I compare him with Chesney, for example, of Juventus, Alisson and Ederson, I dare to say that De Gea is not doing better and maybe even worse than those players. So for that, I think an 87 rated David De Gea is more realistic than 89. Let me know what you think about it and drop it down below and be mature about it, please. Luke Shaw once was a huge talent playing for Southampton, but after breaking his leg, well, he came back, but he never came back as the player he was. This season he has a 6.2 average in the games he played, and he is not a starting player every single week for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If I can compare him with Wan-Bissaka, for example, I think his 81 rating is just too high. He should switch with Wan-Bissaka. He's going down to 78 or 79, and Bissaka going up to 81 or 82. Andreas Pereira, he is a good player. He can play down the right hand side, left hand side, but also on the center midfield and cam position. So for a manager, he is a player you want to get in your team. Using him on multiple positions, always a great player, a big talent, and step by step he is developing into the player everybody thought he could be. You just have to love Daniel James. The former Swansea City winger was signed for around 7 or 8 million pounds, a great signing for Manchester United because he is playing a lot of games, he is scoring scoring goals, he is setting up assists, and his 72 rated silver card is a disgrace in comparison with his real life performances. So I'm going for a +6 for Daniel James, but notice that EA normally never gives so huge of an upgrade, so maybe they go for 76 or 77 first. What do you think, guys? Let me know it down in the comment section. Is the best rating for Daniel James, and smash a thumbs up if you think he's a cool player. Juan Mata, I am sorry, Daniel James is keeping you on the bench, so if we have to compare that, he should go down to 72, if you know what I'm saying. But for now, Mata, I think a downgrade of -2 to an 80 rated cam card, it's still very fair. And Mata, if I was him, I should be looking for a new team with more opportunities to play games. Good old Ashley Young, 34 years old, and I remember when I was a teenager, he played for Aston Villa as a very fast left winger. He switched around totally from the left hand side of the pitch, attacking, to the right back position. It's a big change. He is still reaching an exceptional level, not very good, but exceptional, acceptable, I must say, not exceptional, acceptable. So for that, I will keep him the same rating as it was. Only 3 more players to go. Marcus Rocco wants to get away this winter to another team. He wants to play games in Old Trafford. Well, it's almost impossible for him. Solskjaer doesn't like to use him, and I think a move to, for example, Fenerbahce or Estudiantes back to Argentina would be a great solution. If you don't blame me, I kept out Grant, the third goalkeeper. He's not interesting. Romero is the backup goalkeeper, but a really backup goalkeeper, and an 80 rated goalie I think is way too high if you're not playing a single game or just a few of them every single season. That's not fair for players that play in higher divisions that are the goalkeepers and they're staying under 80. And to finish this episode off with a positive feeling, we have Marcus Rashford, a position change with a +2, and what a free kick that was against Chelsea. But in all the competitions, he already picked up 10 goals and 5 assists, so all the stats for Rashford are there. He is playing more on the left hand side, and Martial as a striker. By the way, Martial always was a striker in the past for AS Monaco, and Rashford, I think he is on fire this season. I hope he can score goals in 2020 as well for all the Man United fans watching this video. So a +2 for Marcus Rashford for me feels like justice. Let me know, guys, what is the best rating plus position for your superstar Marcus Rashford? Drop it in the comments and smash a thumbs up if you agree that he should be upgraded. With this, we came to the end of the video. Stick around, click the I button, watch other videos on my channel, transfers, squad builders, most OP, it's all there. I know you love it, and if you do, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell on. I really thank you all for watching. I'll see you back tomorrow, or with a new video on my channel that's already there. And as you know, for me, keep it cool, keep it real, and ciao for now.